What's up, everybody? Welcome to episode 289 of the Cheesy Controller Podcast. I'm your host, Anton LaPlante. Joining me, as always, we have the Mecha Stardew Valley, Chris Montalbano.
Sony made a video game that I'm here for.
Every time I introduce you as that, like, Lightyear Frontier is out now. Oh, wait. Is it still not out?
No.
But you can buy it, but it's early access.
Yeah. But that's
Deck
computer
playable.
games in the general.
Okay. We got the Ray Trace 2 Reg Madrid Devon.
Now, Concord shall and forever be related strictly to grapes.
Or the city. And then we got the most degenerate squid in the sea, Jalen Roberts.
Oh, every vehicle named Concord failed. The cruise liner, the plane, the game. If it's a vehicle, Concord. Don't name it Concord.
All right, we got a jam-packed episode for you guys this week. We're going to be talking about Concord, Astro Bot, Destiny 2, and Teeth of Glass.
It's the only game that came out this year that flopped harder than Suicide Squad. Like, we thought Suicide Squad was going to be the big flopping corpse of the year because
I forgot all about that shit.
Right. I got some words on these live service corpses.
It was free on Prime Gaming a little while ago. So that's what made me remember and think about in any way Suicide Squad killed the Justice League. But, you know, to be fair, like, I did hear more people talk about playing it than I heard talk about
Words for when we record. I don't want to lose my train of thought, so I'm just going to hold this. It's going to hold it.
We've been recording.
I thought we were live.
And you started talking, so I hit record. Yeah, I hit
This is why I need a 3, 2, 1 to actually know that we're actually like recording. Anyway,
you need to keep the group chat in your field of vision because
I have the group chat in my field of vision.
I just assume once we're live, it's all the same shit, right?
Right. Anyway,
Yeah. Put on that
so
face.
anyway, but with Concord's the only thing that flopped harder than Suicide Squad killed the Justice League. And the reason why more people talked about Suicide Squad because it's actually there was something to be disappointed in.
Mhm.
Both Skull and Bones, which came out this year, like
Forgot about
Skull
that
and
game.
Bones. Like, all these games are just like, they get the accolade of outliving Concord.
right. And it's like these games were dead
That's
on
not
arrival
saying
from the
much.
jump. They were fucked.
I'm going to look up the Metacritic scores on all these games just to see because I think it's really going to kind of boil down to like a difference in philosophy in the studios and like I guess it's their live service, the concurrent player count.
Yeah, I mean, Concord has had its concurrent Steam numbers were like just
This game
horrible,
came in
abysmal.
in the span of an episode, essentially.
Essentially. Oh. Concord's Metacritic score is better than Skull and Bones.
Not surprised.
Yeah, but I mean, that's also it's shocking to me that Sony would shut down a first party, even if it's like just fumbling through live service. It's astonishing that they'd shut it down so quickly. Like, I wonder if they're going to bring it back free or PlayStation Plus or something.
Well, if they bring it back free, they're gonna have to start making actual like skins and shit like that. Because the thing about Concord is that most of their monetization was coming from that $40 price tag.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
But then we get into the other issue, which is the fact that, you know, Concord in itself is so fundamentally fucking sauceless. What skins are they selling? Even if they were to make skins, the designs themselves are like Like we went over the designs. A few of them are all right, but a lot of them are just.
Bland.
We have Apex
Suicide-
Legends at home. We have Guardians of
Suicide
Galaxy at
Squad
home.
killed the Justice League is sitting at a 60.
Oof.
It's sitting at a 60.
Yeah, so 2 points lower than Concord.
Yeah, Skull and Bones is at 59.
Y'all, but so these are backed by Ubisoft
Yeah.
and by WB Games, which, I mean, at least Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League had post-launch stuff kind of ready to go, so like the content didn't just immediately die.
Yeah.
But
Right.
and that's the other thing. Skull and Bone and Suicide Squad were $60, probably $70 games, like just for the base edition, and Concord was
Yeah.
$40.
Yeah.
Like this is also something else.
I
though.
don't know
It's-
what point's trying to be made here.
Well, part of it is the fact that like a multiplayer, a co-op multiplayer game
Mhm.
in our year of 2024 has naturally more legs than a competitive shooter.
Well,
That's
that's
the-
because people are entrenched into their ecosystem of
Yeah.
their live
and also the
services.
fact that the competition's all free. Like, how
Yeah,
are you
I
supposed
mean-
to actually compete with the fact that Marvel Rivals is going to be free? The fact that Overwatch is free now. The fact that you know you can
Apex.
get an invite to Deadlock. Deadlock is not even finished yet,
It's,
but
it's
apparently
crazy. I'm
Deadlock's
not
a
going
lot
to
of
shame a
fun.
game
Do
for
y'all
wanting
need
to charge.
Deadlock invites?
for a
Because I'm
game.
in Deadlock.
I would like
Oh,
a
I don't-
Deadlock invite.
Okay, I got
I
you
don't
after
give a shit.
this.
I know I'm not about to play
Yeah.
it until it's.
I'm
until it's,
gonna
like, closer-
open it for
until
the first
beta.
time to send Jalen the invite, and then that's all I'll do with that.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not gonna give a game studio or a game shit for like wanting to charge for the product as opposed to like nickeling and diming us for
Right, because that
usage
was
shit.
one of the things.
Yeah.
They're like they're
Honestly, that's
post-launch-
the piss poor model, but that's what we're used to now. It's like
Mhm.
we're so used to eating this fucking fast food. I'm not caping for Concord. I can't even think of the fucking game. But I do find it insane that they didn't even like, oh, here's a free weekend before we sunset it, you know? Let's just see if anybody
That's why I have a feeling it has to come
dips their
back
toes
because
in.
like the turnaround time from them being like, "Hey, it's shutting down," and it's shutting down.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like it doesn't make sense for them to shut down the servers, drop it all, and then come back and drop it for free because the reason
Oh.
why no one liked the game is because the characters weren't great.
Well,
So why are you going to make
about
it free and then make me pay like high money for
are they
skins?
gonna walk back the fucking realism that's on it and be like, all right, let's go with this more stylized version?
Well, then they're
that we had
just
in mind?
dropping a whole new game now at this point.
Ooh,
I'm
if-
worried for the studio.
yeah, the studio. Ooh.
Studio got bought by Sony, so what's probably going to end up happening to that studio
Is it
that
going to
they're
be gutted like Bungie?
It's gonna be. Well, see, this is the
Yeah.
thing.
Wait,
It's
were they bought by Sony or PlayStation?
PlayStation.
PlayStation.
But now Bungie
not-
falls below PlayStation because, yeah, Sony bought
'Cause Sony
Bungie
was like,
and
"Here,
then
take 'em."
relegated them to PlayStation because, yeah, they bought a lemon with Bungie and apparently,
With Bungie, the difference between like
Firewalk?
Bungie and Firewalk is Firewalk was developing this. Sony saw it and just decided to buy the studio. Like we were talking about from what I understand of what happened with like the development of it, it's closer to Redfall than anything else.
Oh, I forgot about
Yeah.
that game.
Like,
Yeah.
right?
and
And
Redfall's still alive,
Yeah.
isn't it?
no,
Yeah.
Redfall died with the studio.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like the last time Microsoft had layoffs, Redfall and any of its DLC died. They were working on it up until like 15 minutes after the announcement, where they went, "Hey,
Oh yeah,
y'all aren't
Arcane.
doing this no more."
Yeah, but Redfall was just technically busted. I think Concord is just a fine middling game.
Right, that's the
It's just-
thing.
It just
Well,
didn't have no players.
Redfall was a game that they struggled to get together. They never really got it together. With
Concord was together.
the thing with Concord is the overtone window passed. That's just really what it was. It's like Guardian. It started development right after Guardians of the Galaxy 1 came out, which is why the characters
Right
are like
after
that.
Overwatch came out.
Right after Overwatch came out, and by the time they finally
that was an era. Like
Right.
we've been looking for. This is the worst part. We've been looking for something to recreate that. And they're like, well, here's this thing that's 8 years too late. Maybe we can. And we're just like, no.
But
Well,
even
like
then, the
6
balance of
years
that
too
game is
late.
You
also
don't get that thing. You don't
right,
get
but
that
also the
sauce.
balance of that game is also kind of fucking awful. Like on the
Yeah,
design,
well, okay, yeah.
like for example, take the not Star Lord guy, green hot sauce loving not Hunter.
Oh,
You need to kill confirmed to get his abilities. So most of the time he doesn't have his abilities. While what's her face, the
Well, he
girl with
doesn't
the poncho,
exist anymore.
right. But the girl with the poncho, she had 5 charges of her firewall that she just had when the game starts.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
I think there was some more stuff in there. Like they had different versions of the characters, so you could kind of like create your build. But I don't think anybody ever got far enough to that point. To
well, no,
really
people
see.
platinumed it. Like,
I know they platinumed it, but that was them throwing.
Yeah, they literally
Yeah.
just jumped off of
yeah, but you get
jumped off
rewards
and killed themselves
between.
most of the time.
Yeah, that's fine.
They weren't using it in combat.
It doesn't matter. They got
There
it.
was never a meta in this game.
Yeah.
The meta
was killing
dying.
yourself.
Jesus, that is an allegory. Like, no, that is on the nose. There is no veil.
Oh man, you're not wrong.
But yeah, it'll be interesting to see what they do. If, like, by the time, like, a week from now, if Firewalk is still in existence, I guess we'll know what they're doing.
I hope so.
Apparently that secret level episode is still gonna happen.
I mean, there's no point in pulling it. You already copped it. You know what I mean? Hey, anything, it's like, hey, look at the story on this.
Right.
There's no such
right.
thing
And then
as
also the
bad
thing about it is
publicity.
it didn't survive till its secret level video came out. It has a secret level episode.
Oh man.
Well, secret level, I think it's all gonna drop in the same day in December. So
Oh, way to kill all hype. What part of that kills all hype for your show don't you understand?
True.
It's not
I have a
real.
question.
What's
Now that Concord, Sony's live service game, is gone, their next
One of
live
them.
service game, one of them, they have backed up and said that Fair Games they believe is going to do well. Personally, how do you feel
Were they
about
developing
fair
it
games?
for 8 years?
I don't.
So
It
Hazen
hasn't come out. Once it
so
comes out and it flops, we'll find out the details.
It's really crazy that so far their live services have been like Gran Turismo technically, MLB The Show technically, Helldivers was the first one that was like just straight up this is a live service game, and that
It
was a
had
second party
character.
game. And then now that they put out their real first party, because that was one of the talking points around Helldivers is like, oh, this is a second party studio. Like Sony doesn't own Arrowhead, but Sony owns Firewalk. And just to see, because even Destiny the Final Shape, that was technically their real first party, and that did well, and the studio got gutted. So it'll be really interesting to see,
And
just
then,
from like a.
we can even look at Last of Us Online was smarted before it even came out. So
I would have enjoyed having Last of Us Online for that period of time that we had Concord. Like, I would have taken Last
True.
of Us on.
Yeah, it would have been fun.
I
I
would have
also
taken it, played the game, got my refund.
rewatching this Fair Games trailer. I find it very ironic to have a live service, a game about eating the rich.
Right.
right. It's crazy. Flying close to the sun with that one. I mean, I'm a little more interested in that because it's PvP VE.
Yeah.
Maybe another P in there. I'm not sure, but
Well, it's an extraction shooter.
Mm.
You mean like
Games?
Marathon?
I thought Fair Games was like a heist.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's what it
No,
looks
it
like.
is. I'm just saying it's an
Yeah.
extraction shooter like Marathon.
right. But
I think Marathon
aren't
is
heist
getting-
games extraction shooters?
Have we seen anything from Marathon?
Nah,
No,
basically,
we got a tone
basically
setter.
a quote unquote leak document came out that said what the game's supposed to be and shit like that.
And that's like a hero
Oh.
shooter, extraction shooter.
There's 4
extraction
classes. There's
shooter.
4 base setups you can use to customize your character. You don't lose everything if you fail to extract, which is good because that's one of the biggest barriers to entry into the genre. The real thing I'm worried about is its time to kill. Like the biggest problem with Tarkov is the fact that its time to kill is entirely too low, so it just becomes a fucked up game of hide and seek, where you're off you're not in those really long proactive gunfights that make games like Hunt Showdown. Hunt Showdown is great. But part of that is the fact that the time to kill is so long, where you can get shot a couple of times, run into the house, heal, arm yourself, and actually have a chance to go out swinging, maybe even win. Unlike something like Tarkov, which is built upon being a Twitch shooter, where it's like, I found you first. So that first bullet I put in your head is going to make sure fighting back is not going to be that effective.
Oh, yeah, I could see that. Yeah, that honestly, in a game like that, I feel like having a longer time to kill makes it better. Like you said, you can hide, you can run, you can heal up, you could try to ambush, turn the tables and shit.
Mm-hmm.
That's also why
That's kind of why Apex would hit for me, like in those certain moments where you got enough resources to like finagle out and then get back in, and you kind of just have like an
the
extended
next to
fight.
last zone. The next to last fucking zone is the most fun because you're armed and you don't got a lot of space to run away, so you can't hide forever.
Yeah,
But
just long enough to get your berries. Oh god. Wait, there's another team. They're shooting somebody else. Let's run it back. Let's
Right.
run it back.
right. And that's also what makes Dark and Darker good, because for the most part, you're in melee combat.
Oh yeah.
And with the fact that how the zone runs around the dungeon is interesting, because it's like, hey, if you don't do things fast enough or in the correct order, your escape route might just get cut off by the zone. Because fuck you. And so you end up and then that also creates fun situations with the proximity chat where you could actually tell someone is like, hey, the zone's coming. You might kill me, but not in enough time to escape the zone. Either we could both walk out of this room or neither of us are walking out of this room. And that could actually work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That doesn't sound too bad.
Yeah, so I will say, if Marathon comes out,
It
So all
will.
this was about Marathon.
everything I just said was about Marathon and fair trades.
Fair games.
Fair games, my
Fair
bad.
games.
Fair
Fair
trade
games.
is the coffee.
God, I could go for one right now. Fuck. Right, with the little dollar sign at the end. But yeah, and it's also like,
right. Fair games. Like
Fair
currency
game
with the
dollar sign.
right. And it's funny that this is another extraction shooter. But I will say, from what I've seen of the quote unquote leaked documents, Marathon might have hit. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah, that's the
It might have
thing.
been good.
Bungie's good at making games. It's like, will Bungie survive long enough to get the game out? It's the
But
only
this is the thing.
deciding
Okay,
factor.
Bungie's good at making games, but Bungie has shown themselves to not be that great in supporting games.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, like Destiny has not been supported well in years. Like, let's not.
Destiny's gotten an expansion pretty
It's- no,
much
no, no, I'm
every
talking-
year for like
Okay.
the last 10 years.
But it
Yeah,
hasn't
didn't
been
it have
good
some
support.
solid
It
expansions?
hasn't been. The only good
It gets a
expansion.
new raid,
since-
like,
But this is the
every-
thing about it.
I
they're
understand
dropping-
what you're saying, Jalen.
None of it's good. None of it's good. They've only had one actually
is a
fundamentally good expansion.
lie. Absolute
Okay,
lie.
Okay.
Absolute.
Okay, what
hard
expansions post-
object.
Okay, which ones? Other than Witch Queen?
The Lightfall was...
Taken King.
No. We're talking Destiny 2. We're talking.
No, we're talking. This is
No.
Destiny 10 years.
No.
Final-
We're not like. Destiny was better supported under Activision than it was under their solo career. Let's be real here. When they were under Activision,
they were still got more content in
but
Destiny
none of the content's
2.
good. Destiny 2 did not get a lot of good content.
It got
Final Shape
raids,
is-
it got dungeons,
God.
it got actual good story content.
No, it didn't.
Wait,
story
hold on,
content was
Jalen.
not good.
Destiny 2, The Final Shape. The last expansion that came out is...
It's considered good, but with a game, that game can still be considered good when it sold less than Lightfall and it's still bleeding players?
I think what you're getting at is the fact that they might drop some heat or some pressure, but ultimately fumble it with the player retention and satisfaction.
Yeah.
It's not
Yeah.
consistent, is what you're saying.
I feel like they've at least consistently, like they've said what they're going to give you and they've delivered, not necessarily on time, but they've at least delivered what they said. There have been new raids added, there were new expansions, new powers, new just like...
Their fundamental problem is that they're mismanaged.
Yeah. But
And
I will
that's been
say
the
that
issue.
they
And
are,
also,
That's very true.
you
It's
can
very
see that
true.
in their management, what they're prioritizing, and the stuff that they're prioritizing is
shit,
not keeping players.
Look at
Or is that
their,
good in the first
look at their
place?
monetization model. Like, how the fuck? Like, how do you play Destiny? Is it free? Do I have to go buy it? Do I have to go put money in it?
If
In
you
the
have
free
not
version?
played,
It
if you
doesn't
have-
make sense. If I don't know that just by like wanting to be involved in the game, if that's not easily fucking understandable, you have an issue.
And also, let's not talk about the fact that the version of Destiny all of us bought does not exist anymore.
Yeah.
All of what we spent our money on is gone.
yeah,
The
but-
original Destiny?
No, all that we bought of Destiny 2.
What is this?
Destiny 2. Everything, literally
This don't
everything
exist.
that came out before Lightfall. No, not like, yeah. No, Witch Queen and before is gone. Most of Witch Queen is gone if we're being 100. But but even then, and then also I would like to add, the story's not even good. They were like, oh, we're not going to let Savathun be this one-off villain you fight and kill, and that's the end of it. What has she done since?
That's Sabathussy.
We have not seen not a drop of Savathussi. Not a whiff. She took the kids, man.
The kids.
Where are the kids?
Damn.
Oryx?
No. That's that brother-in-law who hates you because you used to beef back in the day. But he got to pretend to be cool because you married a sister. No, it'd be the Lightsworn Hive. Technically. But you see my point. And then also with Nuvarash, the third sister, we kind of just went, oh yeah, we've stripped her mortality, and now Eris is the new hive god. You may be able to fight her at some point. Maybe. Probably never, but maybe. Probably never. Like, Destiny has gotten, I'm not saying Destiny has gotten zero support, but I'm not saying it was given quality support.
That's fair.
And the devs knew that because the devs complained about it. Like, you read what the devs were saying during the Bungie layoffs, during any round of the Bungie layoffs, and you could hear the devs saying multiple times, what we're putting into this game is not going to keep players, it's not going to make the game money, it's not going to allow us to survive.
That way.
Like, since their independence, so this would be Shadowkeep onwards, with the exception of fucking Witch Queen. Name me a good expansion.
I mean, you just named 2.
Shadowkeep was
then-
not a good expansion. Shadowkeep was not good. What the fuck are you talking about?
Shadowkeep.
Shadowkeep was not good.
Did you play Shadowkeep?
Yes.
Where? How? Show me the playtime. Show me the receipts, because I call bullshit. Show me the receipts. I can show you the trophies that I played Shadowkeep and enjoyed myself.
I don't think Shadowkeep was good. I didn't play it for very long because I did not think it was good.
Right, but this
What
goes
do you
back to the
consider
same.
good?
Hold on, this goes back to the same argument and why I say you're impossible to please. It's because you complain
Impossible to
about
please.
Assassin's Creed, but don't play Assassin's Creed. You complain about Destiny,
Wait.
but don't play
I
Destiny.
quit playing Assassin's Creed. I quit playing Assassin's Creed
But you still
when
complain
Origins came
about
out.
it every
When Origins
year.
came out because, okay, one, I'm a Ubisoft hater. I'm not impossible to please. I hate Ubisoft.
Right, but you're complaining
also-
about these things. Okay, let's switch to talking about a game that we can talk about positively because we're actually playing it and enjoying it and like supporting what it's doing and so
And its positive effects in the community.
right, let's instead of complaining about games that we're not even active, none of us are playing, let's
build these games.
That's why we're not playing them. That's the thing about it. That's the thing about it is I've tried these games. Like I keep going back to Destiny to try and be like, can it be like old times? And it doesn't.
it won't be like old times, but it'll be a serviceable enough experience.
I didn't enjoy my experience with it. That's just
It's like spinning the block on your ex. It's never worth it.
I'll give you that.
Amen.
You
Right.
might think like, oh yeah, it's gonna be like good times. No. not worth
Well,
it.
sticking with the good times, we're going to talk about Astro Bot. So Astro Bot finally came out. I've been playing it.
Pain. Just add the music on like the cyberpunk music.
But yeah, so Chris, I know you're playing it. Madrid, you
Yeah.
got to play a little bit of it.
Yeah, put some pause on it.
So
It's a video game that is pure and just fun.
yeah.
When I was flying in the controller for the first time, I was like, I think you could just move that shit by doing this. And you can.
Uh-huh.
You can move it by just moving your controller. It's crazy.
It's awesome.
It's crazy. It'll also show you your thumbstick drift.
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't have a controller with thumbstick drift, but
Mm-mm. Neither do I, but I did see that.
I
Oh,
do. So fun fact, I tried looking for the Concord controller. By tried I mean I just typed it in on Amazon.
Just scalpers get to it.
oh
I didn't
yeah,
see it on there.
it was. And then the crazy part, so stores had physical copies of Concord, and people went and were like, "Look, I'll buy like this and something else or whatever," and they're like, "No, we can't even sell it." So people who were
Damn,
trying
that's
to get
crazy.
Just so you
physical
can come back
copies.
for a refund, motherfucker.
No, people were trying to collect these physical copies because at this point now it's probably one of the rarest physical games in existence that was first party PlayStation published.
Oh, God.
Like going back to the
That's awful.
PS1, there are PS1 Sony first party games with more physical copies in circulation than Concord has.
Wow.
That's crazy.
No. Honestly, shouts out to them. They made history.
He did. I mean,
Probably not for
good
what you would
history.
want, but, you
yeah,
know.
but like,
You did it.
I guess you're in the books.
That's an accomplishment. Sometimes you just have to look at your glass and be like, you know what?
This motherfucker
I can turn this
hassle.
into wine.
the silver lining. But yeah, Astro Bot is probably one of the best games I played this year.
Did you ever? You still haven't gone back to Astro's Playroom
Nice.
to get the 4 additional bots?
No, I can do that later, right? I can
Yeah.
just beat the game. I think I have 146 of the bots already.
Oh, I'm at like 120, I think. So I'm probably not too far behind you. And the
Yeah.
thing is, I've been kind of pushing forward because when you beat the game, you get a like fox that travels with you and pings collectibles.
Oh, nice.
Like
So-
Ghost of Tsushima?
Oh, with the bird.
There's also the foxes that took you to shrines.
Right,
But
but
yeah,
this
like the
Yes,
birds.
yeah.
there are birds and foxes. There are a bunch of things that lead you to collectibles
And he
in
goes,
Astro Bot.
mm-hmm.
Well, yeah,
Oh,
Astro
there's
Bot.
that bird. If you beat the level and go back, you can pay like 200 coins, and then it'll ping whatever you missed.
200 coin? Crikey.
That might be the thing that you just get for beating the game.
Yeah, well, probably. I think but I've just been completing each level as I've been going. So I have the first two universes completed, and
Yeah,
I'm halfway through the third one. Not,
well, yeah. So I beat the first two, but I didn't 100% either of them. And then the third one, I beat the boss, but I got to the part where, like, so at the end of every world, there's a part where you become a PlayStation character.
yeah,
And
that's really
so
cool.
we can talk about the first two because they've been kind of like
Leak?
advertised.
Yeah.
But the third one is the one that I'm like, oh, okay, cool. So,
Oh, yeah. I think Ape Escape is the first universe one,
yeah.
that one was cool. But the second one, you play as Kratos
Yeah.
or a little
So
version of Kratos, and
they
that
essentially you
was
beat the
dope.
boss level, you rescue like the main character of that series, and then you go into the world and the main
Hmm.
character gives you their weapon. So for like the ape escape thing, you get the net.
Hmm.
And for the God of War one, you get Kratos' axe and you can throw
Hmm.
it and it freezes stuff and you can call it back and
Hmm. That's
they
cool.
the amount of references that are packed just into those like PlayStation centric levels. That's
Hmm.
why I had to stop playing before we recorded, or I would, because the third one of those PlayStation Hero worlds, I was like, oh yeah, I definitely want 100% this. Because I
Yeah.
missed one bot in the God of War world, and I missed a few of the monkeys in the Ape Escape world.
Yeah. Now looking at it, like Ape Escape is kind of what it put me in the mind of. I'm like, while it's a little different, you're not like fighting the ape to catch it. You're kind of just catching the
Hmm.
bots that you're looking for.
Hmm.
And you get those, power. I guess you're getting power ups and shit. Um,
Oh, yeah, you find like little chests that give
yeah,
you
like I
other
found an
little
octopus.
robot attachments.
Yeah, I found like an octopus and it
For
let me float.
Yep. There's one level where you can find a mouse and it shrinks you down, and that's
Yeah.
probably been one of my favorite episodes or levels, not episodes.
Oh shit!
Well, and
It's like
that's
the
the
it's like
cool
the
thing.
ship on
There,
Persona.
there are so Persona. I think I got Joker. That's the only Persona character I have.
Ooh. Oh, because okay, so when you go in each universe, the before going into a level is all interactive, and you can unlock little mini levels within that.
The
And
voxel
so,
ones, the retro ones that are voxel based, are super
yeah,
cool.
yeah. There's one, well, in the second universe, you can unlock like a triangle, like the triangle button world of the sacred symbols, and those were like extremely hard mini games, and that's where you get Aegis and
Okay,
Teddy
cool.
from
So now I know
P4.
because I unlocked the triangle one and the circle world.
Mm. Which one's the circle world in?
It's in the third world. You'll
Hmm.
you
I'll
unlock
get it
it pretty
eventually.
much the same way.
Okay, cool.
But
Nice.
You
yeah,
just
now
do random stuff and things just happen, and it's a very rewarding video game.
yeah, that's the thing. Everything you do, like even if you do like some weird platforming thing, there won't always be a bot or a puzzle piece or something that you have to
Hmm.
find there, but there'll be some coins there. Or there'll be
Hmm.
like one of those standees where you get in it and like a photo
Yeah,
op basically happens.
yeah, I ran into one of those. What are the coins for?
Oh,
There's
you
a
could
gotcha
gamble.
machine.
Yeah.
So the gotcha machine gives you so as you collect bots, in Astro's Playroom, the gotcha machine got you like PlayStation memorabilia. It would give you like accessories. So if you beat the PS2 world, you'd have the PS2, and the controller and stuff, but they'd add the iToy, or they'd add like a PS2 game, or they'd add different stuff to the PlayStation Labo area of the first game. But in this game, the gotcha machine gives you ship colors, so you get different.
Actually, and they also gives you like little icons for your bots. So
Yeah,
like you can get a weapon for one of your bots and it'll change the over crash landed world and they'll be able to use it and then
yeah.
it's
So
cool.
the bots, when you rescue PlayStation related bots, they don't technically do anything special when you
Hmm.
get them back to the crash site. It's once you get their diorama thing from
Hmm.
the gotcha machine that makes them interactable and they do something related to the game they're from. So like I
Hmm.
got the dude from Days Gone and he didn't do anything, but then I got his motorcycle and now he does Days Gone shit.
He
Oh,
does.
I'm about to go do some meth and shoot some zombies.
Um, oh
Reckon you
yeah,
can
and
ride with me, little Astro Bot.
yeah, and they
I
got
got
little puzzle
Spyro.
pieces that you have to collect because there's like so those little photo op things. I think you have to unlock the Safari with puzzle pieces, and then it actually those actually do something instead of you just taking a screenshot on your controller like I have been. And you can unlock like you can change the color of the controller that you fly around in and your outfits.
Wait, what outfits?
You can change the outfit of your bot. I'm running around as Ratchet from Ratchet and Clank. And you can
Let's
also
get
be
I
Ratchet. Let's
guess
get Ratchet.
huh?
that has to be the third puzzle that
It
you
is.
complete. Okay,
Because I
because I
got the
haven't
gotcha one, I
finished.
got the controller one, and
Can you
the
change your controller to special edition controllers?
yeah,
No.
mine's gold right now.
Well, like
Oh,
the gold
depending on
controller
what you
doesn't
get,
actually exist.
the what
The
controller?
Yeah,
Oh,
you
that one.
can't make your controller in game, at least as far as I've seen. I haven't seen any of the real special edition controllers in game.
Hmm.
right.
Pretty
That would
cool.
be cool for them to add later on. It's just like a free update.
Yeah,
Yeah, well, they've already said there's going to be post launch free DLC, so.
I'm here
I
And
for it.
mean, it'll be
More of
cool
this
if that's
game is
some of it.
exactly what I need.
yeah.
Yeah.
Have you unlocked any of the Nebula? Well, I guess you've more completely played the game than I have. So that extra Nebula where they have all those
Oh,
extra
the like
levels
the
that you
secret levels that you find within the other levels.
yeah,
Yeah, I think I'm halfway, not well, partially the way through those. Those are fun.
I've done 3 of them.
They're a little more challenging levels.
Yeah, they're fun though.
Yeah.
That's the thing, they feel like actually on the like difficulty cuz like the main story levels you can kind of breeze through those.
They're easy. It's like the little mini games to get the special bots outside of the main levels, and then the like secret nebula levels are where you get your challenges from. It's cool.
Yeah. So, I'm trying to think. What would you say your favorite references so far? Like your favorite bot that you
Oh,
found?
I found Leon, and like each bot, it doesn't say like this is Leon Kennedy from Resident Evil 2.
Right.
It just like says robot, and it under his description says worst first day of the job ever. I was like, I like this place.
I got the Journey bot, and I think
Oh, I haven't found that one yet.
yeah, the Journey bot is the one that so far if I need to finish this third puzzle so I can get the thing where I can choose what bot I'm running around as, cause
Hmm.
oh yeah, I definitely have eh, the Journey skin, Joker. I definitely got to get Teddy.
Hmm. Oh, Teddy was the one I almost. I was like, this game might have some teeth.
You know, Teddy will be worth it. And I
Hmm.
mean, I'm gonna have to do all this stuff anyway because I'm gonna platinum this game.
I know. I told myself I was like, I don't want to worry about platinuming this game. Let me just
No.
enjoy it. And I think as I'm enjoying it,
I
I'm
think
doing.
just run through, beat it, and then
But
you
like
can
as
close
I'm
it.
running through it, I'm doing stuff like so. There's a lot of different things you can do in the level, and you can randomly do something like I shot a basketball in a basketball hoop, and it just gave me a trophy. But I was just messing around, and I was like, oh, what if I did this? And it just unlocked a trophy, and I was like, okay, so you just do random stuff and actually pay attention to what they got in the level. You're gonna unlock trophies just by
Yeah, I
having
mean,
fun in the game.
that's even when I was going back and doing trophy cleanup in Astro's Playroom after beating it, I was still having fun
Yeah.
because some of the things they had you doing, like one of them is open the PS. So once you get PS1 in Labo, jump on the open button to open the top of the PS1, and that's a trophy. Or
Oh, nice.
there's
PlayStation has a Labo.
that's what they call it. It's just like the PlayStation Museum, essentially, in
Do you remember
Astro's Playroom.
Nintendo Labo?
Hmm.
Absolutely nothing like Nintendo Labo.
You still got that cardboard?
I think so. I probably do.
I saw they're making bed frames out of cardboard too.
I wouldn't trust
They
that.
are. They made the people the Olympic athletes sleep
Because
on
they didn't want
cardboard.
them fucking.
Yeah,
That
that's
was
exactly what it
specifically to try
was.
and keep them from fucking. It's like, look,
Yeah.
you're not going to stop the
That's not
athlete
enough.
orgy. You got a
Yeah.
bunch of highly trained tone bodies from around the world in the same room. Let them do what they're going to do.
Yes,
That's
Right,
what
let
they're
how
them
trained
make
is
the
for.
better version
cardboard
of
gonna
human
stop
beings.
that? Is what I'm trying to figure out.
They're powerful.
It's because no. It's because it sucks so much to sleep on. You're going to be embarrassed to bring someone over to sleep on that.
But they're also sleeping on the same thing. So
I didn't say it was going to work.
Yeah,
I didn't say it was going
it
to
wasn't
work.
well thought out.
Hey, remember, the whole reason we have graham crackers was to convince people to stop fucking. And oatmeal.
Oh, and to stop masturbating. Them shits is
Oh
good.
my
That
god.
shit's good.
I don't know. Is it the gram or is it the cracker that's supposed to make you stop?
Well, it didn't work.
Actually, I'm feeling aroused. No.
I coated that bitch in graham crackers.
No. S'mores and natural
Oh,
aphrodisiac.
not the graham cracker crust.
Hmm.
right, but yeah. So Madrid, I suggest before you buy Astro Bot, just play Astro's Playroom. And that'll be like my advice for anybody who has a PS5 who's wondering if they should play Astro Bot. Because they added a
Fair.
part where you could go directly from Astro's Playroom to Astro Bot. So if you play through that game and enjoy yourself enough to get the game, go play it. It's a lot of fun. I don't know if it's my game of the year, but it's
your game of
in
the year?
contention. Like, I think my game of the year thus far is Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, but
Oh yeah. I need to go play that. Oh man.
I mean, there's a lot of games.
It's about to be
there.
crunch time by the end of this year for
Yeah,
the
It is
2000s.
crunch time now.
I think the procrastinator in me is waiting on that to just be like, "Oh my god, I'm drowning in it." Oh yeah, just like doing an essay and waiting till the night before
Uh-huh.
to really. I'm like, damn, I got till 11:59.
Crunch time for me is legit. It has just been nonstop because I need to. Once I platinum Astro, it'll be back on Persona 3.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'll be back on Persona 3 after Astro.
that's what I'm currently on.
I mean, I might honestly go back and forth if I'm like just using Chiaki for deck, just play Persona 3 because there's no way I'm playing Astro with Chiaki. It's not consistent enough.
Mine works well enough that I could. I've thought about doing it. But I don't know. I've thought about doing it. But I don't know. I've thought about doing it. But I don't know. I've thought about doing it. But I don't know. I've thought about doing it. But I don't know. I've thought about doing it. But I don't know. I've thought about doing it. But I don't know. I've thought about doing it. But I don't know. I've thought about doing it. But I don't know. I've thought about doing it. But I don't know. I've thought about doing it. But I don't know. I've thought about doing it. But I don't know. I've thought about doing it. But I don't know. I've thought about doing it. But I don't know. I've thought about doing it. But I don't know. I've thought about doing it. But I don't know. I've thought about doing it. But I don't know. I've thought about doing it. But I don't know. I've thought about doing it. But I don't know. I've thought about doing it. But I don't know. I've thought about doing it. But I don't know. I've thought about
I just
The
yeah.
only
I
thing
mean,
is
it's
you're not
not
going to
like
get
it's
the
so.
haptics. You're not going to get
Yeah.
like
Oh,
the.
that's honest. This is finally the first game where I think I've it. I get it now. There's not a game I've ever played on the PS5 where I'm like, I don't necessarily realize that there's haptics, but this game, I mean, they make you use the controller for a lot of things.
I think Ratchet did a really good job with that.
That's true.
And Astro's Playroom, like that's one of the things
Well,
I'll
I
say
mean,
Well,
it's
about
a,
Astro's
that.
it's
Playroom
a
was supposed to
fucking tech
showcase.
demo.
Yeah, it was supposed to
Look
showcase
what
the
your
haptics.
controller can do.
And this essentially Astros is the exact same way.
Now blowing it.
I did have to do that one time for one of these levels, and I was like, "You can do that?"
Oh well, you have to do it more than once. But if your controller microphone is muted, it just
Freaky ass
automatically
controller.
does it.
Oh,
Hey, I feel them though. You know.
I just play with my controller muted by default. So every time
Yeah.
I've gotten
You
to
don't want
it,
the government listening.
Mm-mm.
I mean, you know, I got a Google Home right there, so
What was
Great.
that? Repeat yourself.
that ship has kind of sailed.
I do not understand that one.
Siri's been weird lately.
Why do
Once
you
we
continue
get
to struggle?
Siri 2.0,
Do you get Siri 2.0?
yeah, we're probably getting Siri like 2.0 next
Siri
month.
2.0, serious.
Well,
I haven't upgraded
Apple
any of my stuff.
Intelligence.
Yeah, I need to step her game up. I'm not gonna lie, because I'd be asking for shit a lot now.
All right. Well, Chris, you dropped some details about. Oh no, actually, Madrid dropped this. Some details about this Yu-Gi-Oh! Switch game. So
Yes.
did
Oh,
we
yeah,
already
yeah.
have all these games, or are any of
Yes.
these games new announcements?
They announced the collection a little while ago.
Yeah.
But I don't think they had all 5 of these games that they have in this graphic. I don't know if any of these were announced with this graphic, but
Nah.
Mhm.
We were making our assumptions.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
no
what it
idea.
was. We were just making the
Yeah.
assumptions. I also didn't know it was going to come with a card in each one if you get the physical version.
it's going to
Oh.
come
Each
with
physical
one of
copy
Feather
2
Duster.
cards.
can include 1 or 2 special cards.
No, one of 2.
1 of 2. Now I got to buy 2.
You might have to. Well, that's if you can trade. So if you
Right.
get duplicates and you can trade, I say just hop on eBay. Like this would be
Oh,
a
yeah.
game I'd get digitally.
Also,
And
it's
so-
just Harpy's Feather Duster.
It depends on the case, because if this case looks cool,
I think they show you the case.
Nope, it's placeholder
No.
art.
Oh, it's placeholder. Right. Is this
said
just
Harpy's
coming to
Feather
Switch?
Duster? No, it should be coming
so
to.
far.
Yeah, it is so far just
Because this is the handheld collection.
And I mean, it's
It's
all.
the early days collection.
Yeah.
I don't know how
Oh.
it's going to work out logistically with them putting like the Game Boy logo on the PlayStation port, you know?
Yeah.
Because
That's
these
fair.
like they actually have Game Boy Color, Game Boy Advance on the box art.
Does it say which 2 cards it is?
It's Harpy's Feather Duster.
What's the other one?
Harpy's Feather Duster.
Wait, it says 1 of 2 special cards. How is Harpy's Feather Duster twice?
Because there are 2 different arts for Harpy's Feather Duster.
Where are you seeing this? I'm on
Right,
the
'cause
link
On the
I'm-
thing
from
Madrid
Amazon.
posted.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
but-
where I'm looking. Oh, okay. Now
I
I
have to
see
look
it.
at the tweet.
Each
I
physical
just went
copy will
straight
contain
to.
one of these 2 quarter-century secret rare Harpy's Feather Duster.
Oh, so you got the original and then you got the May Valentine's version? That's
I don't
sick.
think either of these are original or the original one.
The original
No.
art.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the red one is definitely like. I think the red one I think was the American version, and I think the purple one was the Japanese version. Because I remember the red one.
Yeah, me too.
Like
Yeah, the red one is the one that you
And like,
got
heck,
out
if you
of.
get on Master Duel right now, that's what Harpy's Feather Duster looks like.
That's the one that you got from May Valentine's like deck, structure deck.
Yeah, 'cause she ran Harpies. It's like Harpies are
She is the
generally
Harpy.
kind of shit, but Harpy's Feather Duster is such a good fucking card.
It is. Everyone needs it in their deck.
Everybody
Let's
uses
be
it in
honest.
their deck.
I mean, you should.
I mean, heck, if it was modern times, it would just be Max C or Ash
True.
Blossom.
Ash Blossom.
Well, Maxi is only is not in the TCG.
Yeah, they finally banned it because how much of a fucking problem it is. It doesn't change the fact that fucking Snake Eyes is still fucking, god damn it, fucking TCG.
Mm-hmm. That's so good. Cool.
Yeah.
Do I have a Harpy's Feather Duster?
All right. Well, does anybody have one more thing before we wrap for the week?
Yeah, I do. Speaking of me being impossible to please, Teeth of Glass is fucking great. That game is fucking amazing.
I'm guessing that's on Steam.
Nah, I got it off of itch.io. Free
Oh,
download, like 3 to 4 hours long. It's really good and it's really fucking creepy.
We are getting into that type of season.
Yeah.
well,
And it's really good. It does everything it sets out to do. The atmosphere is amazing. I don't know what the fuck is going on in the best way possible. This gets like really cosmic horror-y, like in the midst of it. Things are fucking weird. It's great. It's great.
They almost have to at this point.
It has the same art style as what was that Preacher game?
Oh, you're thinking of Faith the Unholy Trinity?
Yes.
Which is also really fucking good. If you have not
It
played
is.
Faith the Unholy Trinity, play it. It is so fucking good.
I mean, it's got the Atari's type graphics, but still scares the shit out of you. Oh, I'm downloading it now.
It's really fucking good. Like it's
Did you
fun.
download it or did the game download itself?
I did. I did sound like, oh, it's just downloading.
Oh, whoa!
Wow.
It's on my phone. As somebody who's watched anime, do not click on that random phone app.
But yeah. But that game's really, really good. I will say I am hard to please by. I'm not hard to please. It's just the fact that like Ubisoft sucks and a lot of these live service sucks. If it's not that, I'm easy to please.
I haven't been on itch.io in a while.
Mm-hmm. Gotta make sure you play some small weird shit. Make sure you have taste. So live service slop isn't just a serviceable experience for your time.
Yeah, but there's a lot of slop on itch.io.
Say there weren't.
My Windows is not trusting it.
It'd be like that.
Like, sir, you are going to get a.
It was like, you don't want to download this or install this. Did you get a message? I'm literally on the itch.io
Oh,
website.
wow. There's. Okay.
What happened?
I didn't realize there was that kind of game on itch.io.
Oh, there's everything on itch.io.
Apparently.
You gotta be careful browsing that site, man.
Yep. Learned my lesson fast.
Got hit by a freaky game.
Yep.
Beyond.
All right. Well, remember you can follow
Freak.io.
us all collectively around the internet, cheesycontrollerpodcast.com. Follow me on Instagram at Anton the number 6 with 2 X's. Chris.
You can find me in the Discord.
All right. Madrid.
You can find me at I don't know. Don't look for me.
All right. Jalen.
If you see me on the internet, it's Squid Bishop.
All right. This has been a No It's Good production. The video version is edited by Chris. The audio version is edited by Akuma Santi. Until next time, keep it cheesy.